today we're going to go through how to turn in your final exam. At the end, you should have ended up with something like this. So far, you should have your checker map on, as well as a layout of what you are doing. Okay, you should have your this. Now, if you go into your modification tab, you should have your unwrap. Open the UV editor, and then here you should have all of your vertices set up like that, laid out appropriately. Now, the next thing you should do is go ahead and have all your pieces. Make sure there's enough room between them that they all make sense. And then go to File, to Export, go to Tools, Render UVW Template. All right, we're going to go ahead and export this at 2048 by 2048. We're going to hit Render UV, and it's going to pop under, which is annoying, but that's what it does. You're going to get something like this. All right, go to Save. Now I'm going to go ahead and put this on the desktop for now. I'm going to call it self-port underscore UV, and I'm going to save the, did I miss the O? Self-port. Weird. And we're going to export this as a PNG. All right, I'm going to save it on the desktop for now, so I'm going to hit Save. And then save it as RGB 24-bit, just like we had before. That's done. Now, you can go ahead and open up Photoshop. While that opens up, go back to 3D Studio. You can close this, and from the front view, we're going to go ahead and render this out. I have Shift F is already on for me. It gives us this gold box and lets us see exactly what we're going to actually render it out as. Photoshop is now deciding to come up. That's fine. Although I want it to go away. Okay, cool. I'm going to zoom in so that my picture sort of fills up the box. It doesn't really matter. We're going to crop it down a bit. And then I'm going to render it. Okay. I'm going to save this also at the top. Let's see, self-port F. Let's call it self-port front. Save. Once again, I use the same UV and close that down. All right, cool. Now, in Photoshop, you're going to drag your file over that you created, the UV file. I'm going to close these for now because I won't need them at the moment. There's the UV. Once again, this is just to have something to work with. I'm going to create a layer underneath, and I'm going to color that layer black. All right, cool. So at this point, you can go through and do some coloring if you like. You can use whatever colors you want. You can also, this is where you'll just go in and create another layer if you feel like it. This is totally optional if you have time. So this will be the pants color. You could also grab this image and drag it in. I dragged it into the wrong thing. There. Cool. Now, the reason I'm bringing it in at all is just so that I can use it for color reference. So we can drop that there. Create a new layer. Pants. Select this. Zoom in. Hold Alt. Click somewhere in your pants. And you can get your color. And then click on pants. And then you can paint in your pants color. Once again, this is optional. So you can go through, increase the size of your brush. I'm going to be a little sloppy through there. Okay, this is the inside of the pants as well. And now I'm going to click my shirt somewhere. Let's do there. Create a new layer. Shirt. Color in the shirt. Cool. And then create another layer. I want to get my skin first. Skin. I'm going to try and find a happy medium somewhere. Create another layer. Oops. Skin. And do all the skin. All right. Okay, now I'm going to move my self-portrait up to a higher level. Grab my hair color. And then create a new layer. This is my UV. I should label it UV. If you have the time, you can do this. If not, it's okay. Hair. All right, cool. Now I'm going to go through and do a little more detail stuff since I have color. Hair needs to go down. All right. My shoes are black. The belt is black. So everything else is kind of okay. So now I'm just going to go through and start making sure I can delete some of the stuff that's overlapping that shouldn't be overlapping. I'm going to hide the self-portrait too. So this is basically where I'm going to go through and say, okay, I don't want any of this to overlap. This needs to be fixed under pants. Oops. Paint. Sure, I can go down. Delete some of the shirt stuff. Oops. Pants. You just want to make sure that there's enough room between that they're not going to overlap. Shirt's good. New one, call it I. And that's going to be the I layer. Okay. I'm going to take this color and pink it up a little bit. A lot. And do, I'm going to change the name of this. Mouth. There. All right. Skin, I'm going to delete. All right, cool. Delete some of the hair stuff. The belt. Okay, cool. So now we have this skin. Make sure we don't have any weird overlaps. That's good. Good. Skin should be a little thicker through here. And the eye. Select the eye and mouth and give myself an eye color. Sure. Not quite accurate. Doesn't matter. Cool. There you go. Now we're going to save for web. Once again, we're going to save as a PNG 24. I'm going to drop it to 1024 resolution. Hit save. And then self port called DM. Alright, cool. Let's go ahead, minimize that. Go back into here. At this point, symmetry should still be functional. So symmetry, flip, should be okay. Now hit M for material and grab a material. We're going to add a diffuse map. Maps, bitmap. Once again, lay that on there. There you go. Make sure you don't have any splits in you. Alright, so you've got your model. You've got rough colors. Alright, cool. Now from here, you're going to go perspective. Make sure you fit within the viewport, and you're going to render yourself. Save. Render. PNG, it probably was already PNG. There you go, save. Okay. Okay, cool. So, we can close that. Now, all you have to do is put all that in a Photoshop document. So I'm going to create a new one. And we'll go, let's go 1920 by 1080. 1920, oops. 1920, 1080. Click OK. Now we're going to bring all of the pieces that we created. We're going to bring self-portrait in. It's going to be the focus. All right, make sure that fits somewhere like that. We are going to bring this in. I have to position that first. All right, that'll be its own layer. Self-portrait front with the checker map will be in there. Like this. And then you will bring the UV and the DM in, if you have it. So let's do, whoops. Cancel. Bring both of them in. Good. The DM will need to be lower. want to take both of these and put them in one folder. I want the UV on top. I want to grab that entire folder. Make sure it's viewable like that. And you can rearrange this stuff however you want so that it looks okay. I might actually move the render to the center and then the front view over here. That way we can make it a little bit bigger. Like that. Cool. And then all you need left is your text. So put your number, so period, whatever period you're in, and then your last name, and then make it nice and big. And that's it. You're going to save that out. We'll do number, last name. So period, and then last name. And then that's it. File. Save for web. Then we get our checker map. We see the rent model itself. We see the whole thing, 1920 by 1080. Should be a PNG setting. Save as. And then this will be Q3 final, or period. So number underscore last name. Q3 final. Save. Save this here. I'm not going to. No, I'm not going to save that either. Okay, but you should. And then under computer, shares, students, done in 3D, assignments, new folder, Q3 final. And then all you need to do is put it in there. That's it. It should be organized by your period and your last name. That's it. Thanks.